Hello students. So today we are going to discuss about different types of decimal fractions. Okay. So as we already studied, what are fractions? Fractions are those numbers which is having numerator and denominator. Okay. And here we are going to talk about decimal fractions. So what are decimal fractions? What is decimal actually? Decimal is a numerical representation of fractions. And we are representing the denominator as power of 10 in decimal, okay, which such as 10, 100, 1000, etc. So we're going to discuss, explain it more, okay. So we are going to talk about like fractions and unlike decimal fractions. We know that what are like fractions and unlike fractions, but here we are going to talk about like decimal fractions and unlike decimal fractions, okay. So I'm going to tell you that in decimal there are two parts, okay, such as integral part and decimal part. Here you can see, I'm going to take this number 17.45, right? So after this point, there are two digits. So these part are called decimal part. What are this? Decimal part. And this one is called integral part. Okay, integral part. So a decimal number have integral part and decimal part. Okay, so we're going basically we're going to talk about the decimal part in here in this definition. So as you all know that, I'm going to read the definition here. Like decimal fractions are same number of digit in the decimal part. As you all know that here are three numbers 17.45. So this is decimal part of these three numbers, right? In 17.45, this is the decimal part. 292.32, this is the decimal part. 1.49, this is the decimal part. Okay, so count the number of digits in there. This is 1 and 2, 4 and 5, two numbers. Two digits are there. Here also 1, 2, two digits. Here also 1, 2, two digits. So these types of decimal fractions are called what? Like decimal fractions. Same number of digits in the decimal part. Same number of digits in the decimal part. Got it? And if you are already learned about like decimal fractions, it's easy to understand what is unlike decimal fractions as well. So here, look at the numbers 12.46, 15.195, 223.3914. As we are looking at, to the decimal part, we know that the number of digits are different, right? Here are two digits. Here are three digits. Here, four digits. So can we say that this is like decimal fractions? Never. These are unlike decimal fractions. Different number of digits in the decimal part. Simple, right? Our next topic is convert unlike to like. As we all know, what are unlike decimal fractions? Different numbers in the decimal part. Like decimal fractions, same number of digits in the decimal part. Okay, so we're going to convert the unlike decimal fraction to like decimal fractions, which means we are going to convert or make the number of digits same. Okay, so here you can see 4.6, right? 4.6. Here you can see 4.6. 4.6. Can you count the number of digits in the decimal part? Only one, right? 6, only one digit. And this is the unit digit and this is the 10th digit. Okay, and this is unit digit and this is the 10th digit. And what we are going to represent like this, 4 into 1 plus 6 into 1 by 10. Okay, because it's a decimal number. It's a decimal number. That's why 1 by 10. As I already said that the denominator, we're going to represent it, the denominator as a power of 10. Okay, so this is the unit digit and this is the 10th digit. So that's why 1 by 10. Okay, so this is 4.6. We can represent 4.6 like this. And next number is 4.60. Okay, how many number of digits are in the decimal part? There are two numbers. Two digits are there. Okay, so I'm going to represent 4.60 equals, this is in the unit digit, 4 is in the unit digit, 6 is in the 10th digit and 0 is in the 100th digit. Got it? And 4.60 equal to 4 into 1 plus 6 into 1 by 10 plus 0 into 1 by 100. Because 4 in the 1st digit, 6 in the 10th digit and 1 in the, 0 in the 100th digit. So that's why we represent it like this. And as you all know that any number we are multiplying with 0 is 0. So 0 into 1 by 100 is what? 0. So we can also write it like this, 4.6, right? Okay. So as we all know that 4.6 and 4.60 are same. So any number multiplied with 0 is 0. So this term will be 0. So what left? 4.6 only. Got it? And so this is 4.6. Again, there are 4.600. Okay. And I'm not going to write it. I'm explaining it with the same picture. Okay. So here you know that 4.600, 4 in the 1st digit, that is 4 into 1, plus 6 in the 10th digit, that is 6 into 1 by 10, plus 0 in the 100th digit, 0 into 1 by 100, plus this 0 is in the 1000th digit, that is 0 into 1 by 1000. Okay, 0 into 1 by 1000. That is equal to 4. And as you all know that any number multiplied with 0 will be 0, right? And these terms will be 0. So what left? 4.6. So if we are adding 0 to the right of the decimal part, the number will be same. If I need to add, if I'm adding, like as you can see, 4.60000, that is equal to 4.6. How many zeros? You can add whatever it is. Okay. You can add what number of zeros in the right part, right of the decimal part, the number will be same. The decimal number will be same. Okay. Next one is convert unlike to like. Okay. We are converting unlike fractions to like fraction. Here you can see 3 numbers are there. That is 2.92, 14.1, 495.393. Okay. So these are unlike fractions because there are different number of digits in the decimal part. Here there are 2 digits. Here 992. There are 2 digits. Here only 1 digit and here 3 digits, right? Okay. So first we are going to do, you need to identify which one is, which decimal fraction is having more numbers or maximum numbers in the decimal part, that is 3. Okay. 3 is the largest number here. 1, 2 and 3. 3 is the largest number here. So what we are going to do? We need to convert these fractions into 3 numbers in the decimal part. Such as, we are going to convert the unlike fraction into like fraction, right? What are like fractions? Same number of digits in the decimal part. But here are different numbers are there. So what we are going to do? We are going to convert it to the like fractions, which means we are going to make same number of digits in the decimal part. As we studied in the last slide, if you are adding 0 to the decimal part, okay, after each number, the number won't change. Okay, so I can write it like this, 2.92, I can write it like 2.920, right? The number won't change. We are adding 0 to the decimal part on the right. Okay, so the number won't change. Similarly, 14.1 equals 14.100. I'm added 2 zeros on the right of the decimal part. The number won't change. Got it? And this number is what? 495.393. There are already 3 digits in the decimal part. So we are converted these numbers into like decimal fractions. Got it? What we have done? We made the same number of digits in the decimal part by adding zeros. Because adding zeros on the right of the decimal part won't change the number. Got it? Okay. Equivalent decimal fractions. Equivalent decimal fraction. So what are they? If equivalent decimal fractions will have the same value. Okay. Like I said, 4.6 and 4.60 are same value, right? Okay. and for 0.5 and for 0.500 are same value. So in equivalent decimal fractions, there will be same value. Okay. And here are some examples are there. I'm going to talk about it. Okay. You have to be very careful. We're dealing with the session. Here you can see this is the integral part. Integral part, there are 0. And here, these are two numbers. Here, this is the integral part, that is 0. And in this number, in the integral part, there are this is 2. Okay. So the integral part is different here, but the decimal part is same. Will that make it to the equivalent fraction of decimals? No. Okay, because the integral part is different, which means the value is different. We can't say that 0.65 and 2.65 are the same because the integral part is different. Only the decimal part is equal. So you have to be very careful while you are dealing with the integral part also. Okay, and this is not equivalent. Not equivalent. Similarly, if you are talking about this, 4.42 and 4.420, is this equal or is there equivalent fractions? Yes, these are equivalent decimal fractions because, like I already said, if I'm adding 0 to the, decimal part on the right, the value won't change. As we all know that 4.42 and 4.420 are same. Okay, so this is equivalent. This is equivalent. This is equivalent. And the last one, 2.5 and 2.050. Is these two numbers or these two decimals are equal? No, I will say no. Maybe you will get confused. Like I said, adding zeros on the decimal part won't change the value. But I mentioned a word that is on the right. Okay, on the right. If you're adding zeros on the right, the value won't change. If you need to add how many number of zeros, as you like, add whatever number of zeros to the right, the value won't change. This is stick on to the value 2.5 only. But if I'm adding 0 to the left of the decimal, the value will change. Okay. If I'm adding 0 to the left of the decimal, the value will change. Like I said, 2.5 and 2.050 are different. Okay. We added 0 on the left. 0 on the left. So 2.5 not equal to 2.050. These are different. So you have to be very careful while dealing with these kind of numbers. Don't get confused adding how many zeros on wherever the place on the decimal part will won't change the value. That is incorrect. If you are adding 0 on the left, the value will change. So these are not equivalent. Not equivalent. Not equivalent. Not equivalent. Got it? Okay, so that's all about today. We have already learned about decimal fractions and different types of decimal fractions, like decimal fractions, unlike decimal fractions, and equivalent decimal fractions. I hope you all got the concept. And let me introduce myself that I'm Kartika S. Lakshmi and I'm a maths teacher of here at Champ Street. And my aim is to develop love towards the subject and giving you a clear vision about mathematical concepts. So thank you and we'll see you later.